And oh my goodness, look at this article that's, what is this out of? Is this out of AP? Yes. Heroin, a growing threat across USA, police say. Oh my goodness, that is so scary. AP out of USA Today. Oh my goodness, the government is telling us about what comes off the C-130s that land at the Air Force bases. Oh my goodness, did you hear that? Did you hear that there's heroin just flooding the world? Oh my goodness, maybe we should set up a checkpoint randomly and search some cars to find out if people have been caught in the government trap, the big banking trap to use the product that they push on everyone. I mean, I see people all over the place that are clearly on heroin. And I'll ask them, I'll go, are you on pills or heroin? And look, man, if you want tattoos, that's cool. I'm not against anybody with tattoos. But, I mean, the whole thing of get some tattoos, get on heroin, that's not a cool life decision. Look at all the actors dying from heroin. And it's because they're flooding it. They're dumping it. They're dumping it on the school ground. And I've got to sit there and see cops look at me like I might be doing something wrong when every cop you talk to knows full well most of the drugs are brought in and laundered in the big banks. And they go, I know, but, you know, the drug culture's bad. It's bad because you make it illegal, and then the criminals gravitate into that. They'd be doing something criminal regardless. But don't treat me like a suspect when the banks that run this country run Al-Qaeda and run the SMAC. Isn't heroin called SMAC? It's so cool. Oh, heroin. Oh, man. Oh. I mean, that's why I've broken my leg, hurt my Achilles, you name it. The doctor's like, want pain pills? You got strep throat, want pain pills? And I'm like, no, I don't want pain pills. I want all of my endorphins. I know those block my regular receptors. And so I want all of my natural heroin. You understand that? It's a perfect high. I don't need the drugs. I can go watch a sunset. I can go work out. I can go to an art gallery. I can go hang out with my friends. I can buy people gifts. I can have passionate love. That's my drugs. Sure, I take caffeine too and Super Male Vitality, but that's natural herbs. I tell you, I've been taking my Super Male Vitality, and the problem is that I want to stay up late. It definitely is a stimulant. But, you know, Group says it's completely safe, and I haven't really plugged that either today. InfoWarsLife.com. I haven't taken my Super Male Vitality today. Let me take. Guys, I can't reach the fluoride shield. Will you bring it to me? Thank you. Then I'm going to your calls here. I really apologize, folks. I'm out of control today. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. And sometimes when I work really late, I was out. But I did do some work even after that and having business meetings. You know, work and play all go together. I got like 5 hours sleep. And I feel pretty good. But I'm just more of my jovial self here. It's kind of hard to focus in on all this tyranny. I just want to give some fair airtime to everybody. I think everybody should take the vaccines, trust the government, eat all the GMO. I think it's great their paramilitary police are expanding, and they got billions of bullets and drones and are spying on us illegally. And I totally trust the IRS. And I'm glad the IRS is now taking money from people. If their dad got too big a Social Security payment in 1960, that was reported on last week in mainstream news, that they come back with penalties and interest out of your bank account. I think that's wonderful. And I think it's wonderful that they're going to take money out of your bank account under Obamacare. Actually, they admit they're doing it, but do I go with the government media admitting it when they're doing it, or when they say it doesn't exist and Drudge and others are lying, saying that there's a $5,000 penalty that starts for small businesses this year? Because, I mean, the penalty is there, but sometimes mainstream media says it's there, and other times they say it's not. So let me just err on the side of safety and just totally grovel. There is no move to take our guns. There is no move to shut down the energy systems in the country. There is no move to get us on welfare. There is no mood and a move to bring in tyranny. And there is no tax in Obamacare, and it's totally free. And it fell out of the sky, and $1,000 bills grow on trees. I guess if you work for the Federal Reserve, they do. If you're one of the banks that owns it. Well, I guess that is kind of true for the elite. I guess the $1 trillion notes grow on trees. See, I'm learning 2 + 2 = 5 Common Core education. Super Male Vitality. InfoWarsLife.com. And then we've got Survival Shield here, ladies and gentlemen. The Nascent Iodine. I'm going to take my daily dose of that. Survival Shield. And now some Fluoride Shield. Ah, look at that. Look at that black elixir. A little bit of detox. And it's off to the races. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Infowars.com, Infowarslife.com. All right, I apologize to Chris, Carl, Nick, John, Chris. A lot of Chris's today. We're going to go to break, come back. We'll get Prinz on at 15 after so I can go to these calls. She's got a lot to say. Former Goldman Sachs managing director. Quit and blew the whistle on massive corruption. Has written 3 or 4 best-selling books. She's going to come on about what's happened in the stock market lately and where she sees things going coming up. Hey, look at this. Alleged Jewish community. There's no alleged. He said he did it. Sinner killer was a guest lecturer at Missouri State. Why aren't Jewish sinners armed? I mean, somebody wants to come have a mass shooting here. I think half the office can still carry packs. And I've got a gun in my office and a gun right here, just like I got a toothbrush in my bathroom. I mean, it's a tool. You come around here, you're going to die.
Do you want to feel awesome all day long? Do you want to sleep so good you wake up feeling awesome, the way you did when you were a kid? Feel awesome with no caffeine, just awesome tasting nutrition. Try Passion for Life and rediscover your awesomeness. Call today, 844-TRY-LIFE. Call 844-879-5433 or visit 844trylife.com.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2014 for 20% off of your entire order. And give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
In the last 50 years, iodine has been phased out of our staple foods and replaced with the halogen bromine, a practice now banned in nations around the world. Guess what else is in the halogen family? Fluoride. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here. In 1924, the federal government did the right thing and encouraged salt producers to add iodine. It's the good halogen on the periodic table, and the results are on record. Reports documented a 15-point IQ increase in areas that had previously been deficient in iodine. Bottom line, iodine is important. Unbound, clean, in a glycerin base. Nascent iodine was the answer for myself and my family. You will find Survival Shield Nascent Iodine exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWars Life Survival Shield Nascent Iodine isn't just for emergencies. I take it every day. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
All the leaves are brown, leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm.
All right, I do kind of perseverate. I want to go to your phone calls. Chris in Mass on taxes that we pay to the private Federal Reserve. Go ahead. What's your take on that on this edition of the transmission?
Well, my angle's a little different from other people's. Basically, if people are not happy paying taxes, they need to stand up and say something about it because it's kind of it's kind of the taxes are just what people get for not speaking out. I read an article on your site that linked to another article that had, 97 taxes that U.S. citizens have to pay. And the reason that politicians keep passing taxes and we have to keep paying them, and I know this full well with Romney Care in Massachusetts, is because we're not standing up, we're not speaking out, or we're not saying anything, and they're just going to keep doing it to us.
I agree, but do you want me to tell you how to kill the fraudulent tax system? Taxes, number one, we can't go the anarchic capitalist way right away. It would take a long time to phase this out. I mean, we're been taught to be domesticated, so there's a process in getting out of that. The insiders exempt themselves from every major tax. And so that's how you kill all their taxes, is it's the rich who, the kleptocratic arm of the rich, the very top, who are waging war against the middle class on record as their ancestral enemy, and they want to extinct us, and they exempt themselves from their own taxes as a form of economic warfare. That's a fact. And so when Google-affiliated groups are pushing for Obamacare and new taxes, point out Google gets out of most taxes. When Warren Buffett is pushing for more taxes, point out that he actually exempts himself. They are total criminals. It is criminal, in my view, to lobby for higher taxes to extinct the middle class when you lobby to exempt yourself. That is tyrannical, aggressive. Again, it's meant to wreck us. 52 families gone from the new rules and fake taxes, so Bundy didn't do it. I mean, look, when a tax kills you, it's not a suicide pact. You cannot follow it when it's unjust, and it is. Obamacare gives waivers to thousands of major corporations. On its face, it's a fraud. If a cop says all these people are allowed to speed for no reason, but you are going to go to jail for it, is that a fraud or is that not a fraud?
Oh, it's a fraud. And one last thing, if you don't mind, do you mind if I quickly plug my YouTube channel?
Oh, absolutely.
It's come on, I'm at work. I can't get as upset as I want. It's youtube.com/Church of Iron. And it's
listen. I was not making fun of your voice. I don't think your voice is. I think you have a very nice voice.
Thank you, sir.
I was actually very soothed by it, and I was getting into an exquisite mood, just relaxing here on the transmission. Yes, John Harmon, come on air and tell him the kind of stuff I do in the background. Go ahead and make the noises. Let's bring John Harmon on right now. It's time for All Secrets, full disclosure here.
Thank you.
That's what we do behind this. When he comes on in the morning, he's up in Minnesota, we greet each other with a, John Harmon. So that's what's going on here.
Thanks, Alex. youtube.com/Church of Iron. I need as much support as I can get. Thanks.
All right. Well, sure, it's a good website. Who knows? It might be like Gremlins or something. I'm actually very exhausted, I realize. That's why I'm kind of dingy. I just cannot go out and stay out late at night anymore. I didn't really stay out that late. I mean, 1 o'clock in the morning is late for Mr. Jones. Because regardless, like at 6 a.m., I just wake up before the sun comes up, and that's just what I do. I'd go to calls right now, but I can't. Chris, Carl, Nick, and John, I'm going to you right straight ahead, and I'm going to continue. I'm pushing that Nomi Prince back like 5 minutes, so I can get to all of you. And there's just so much other news I haven't gotten to yet, but I meant to come in all day and talk about why aren't these Jewish sinners armed? I mean, they're major targets of scumbags. And, even if you don't like the policies in Israel and stuff, Jews are a very diverse group of people. I am so sick of racist Klan murderers. It's like I'm sick of all the other racist idiots that aren't actually involved in the human mind. They're involved claiming they're in the elite group. From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans humans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.